Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of our show. We're thrilled to have you here with us today. Whether you're a longtime subscriber or a first-time viewer, we promise you an engaging and thought-provoking experience. Welcome back to the channel. It's always great to see familiar faces and new ones alike. We have a lot to cover today, and I can't wait to dive into it with you all. Now, I know what you're thinking. Trevor Noah talking about travel, it might seem a bit out of the ordinary, but trust me, there's a good reason for it. Has The Daily Show run out of political material? Well, not quite. There's always plenty to talk about in the world of politics, but today we're taking a different route. And to that I say, almost. But seriously folks, today we're switching gears. We're diving into a topic that's both personal and significant. We're talking about something that's close to my heart and something that's unfortunately relevant to a lot of us out there, travel, but specifically the realities of travel for Black people. It's a subject that doesn't get enough attention, but it's incredibly important. Look, the world is a beautiful place, full of different cultures and experiences. There's so much to see and do, and travel can be one of the most enriching experiences of our lives. But let's be real, it's not always a welcoming place for everyone. For Black travelers, there are unique challenges and obstacles that can make the experience less than ideal. So today, we're diving into a topic that's a little uncomfortable, a little sensitive, but incredibly important. The top 10 countries where, let's just say, the welcome mat might not be out for Black travelers. It's crucial to be aware of these realities so we can navigate them better and work towards a more inclusive world. Before we get into it, though, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. We have a lot of important and exciting content coming up and you won't want to miss it. And trust me, you don't want to miss those. We have some incredible stories and insights lined up that will keep you informed and entertained. Alright, let's get into it. Buckle up because this is going to be an eye-opening journey. First up, we're heading over to Country A nation that has long captured the imagination of travelers from around the world. Now, Country A is known for its positive aspects of Country A, for example, stunning beaches, rich history, delicious cuisine. From its breathtaking coastlines to its vibrant street markets, there's no shortage of beauty and culture to explore. But beneath the surface, there's a history of specific type of discrimination, for example, racial segregation, colonial exploitation, that continues to cast a shadow on the country today. This dark chapter is often overlooked by tourists, but it's crucial to understand the full story. You see, Country A has a complex past marked by specific type of discrimination. For instance, during the specific era, policies were enacted that marginalized certain groups, leading to widespread social and economic disparities. These policies were not just a product of their time, but have left a lasting impact on the nation's fabric. Protests erupted and movements were born, all in the fight for equality and justice. Local historians often recount these stories, emphasizing how the echoes of this discrimination are still felt today. The struggle for recognition and reparations continues, and it's a narrative that deserves attention. And look, I'm not saying don't visit Country A. The country has so much to offer and your visit can be a positive experience, but what I am saying is, go in with your eyes open. Do your research, understand the historical context, and be mindful of the ongoing challenges that some communities face. Understand the context, be aware of the potential challenges, and most importantly, be prepared to navigate a space where you might not be welcomed with open arms. By doing so, you not only enrich your travel experience but also show respect for the people and their history. This awareness can lead to more meaningful interactions and a deeper appreciation of the place you're visiting. Next up, we're traveling over to Country B. Now, Country B might seem like a positive aspects of Country B, for example, modern, progressive country on the surface, but unfortunately, recent incidents paint a different picture. Just last year, detail a specific incident of racial discrimination in Country B. And it's not just a one-off, folks. There have been numerous reports of other types of discrimination, for example, racial profiling by police, discrimination in housing or employment. These incidents, they're not just isolated events, they're symptoms of a larger problem. A problem that Country B needs to address head-on. Alright, moving on to Country C. This is a destination that has been on many people's travel bucket lists for its rich culture, beautiful landscapes, and vibrant cities. Now, if you're a Black traveler, listen up, because this one's important. There have been numerous reports and advisories specifically highlighting the experiences of Black travelers in Country C. Even official travel advisories are like, yeah, you might want to rethink this one. These advisories aren't just casual suggestions, they come from documented incidents and concerns raised by travelers and officials alike. Specific examples of travel advisories or warnings issued by governments or organizations regarding travel to Country C for Black people. For instance, some advisories mention increased scrutiny at borders, while others highlight areas where racial discrimination has been reported. I mean, when even the government is telling you to be careful, you know it's serious. These warnings are not issued lightly, and are based on real-world data and experiences. Now, I'm not trying to scare anyone off, but knowledge is power, people. Being aware of these advisories allows you to take necessary precautions and plan your trip more safely. Do your research, understand the risks, and make an informed decision about whether Country C is the right destination for you. It's all about being prepared and knowing what to expect so you can have a safe and enjoyable trip. Let's talk about Country D, shall we? Now, Country D might have some beautiful scenery and fascinating culture, but their policies? Let's just say they're stuck in a different century. They've got laws that contribute to racial discrimination. I mean, come on, it's 2023. These laws, they create a hostile environment for Black travelers, plain and simple. So, before you book that ticket to Country D, ask yourself, is this a country that aligns with my values? Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is vote with your wallet. Now, I know what you're thinking, Trevor, this is all very well and good, but these are just statistics, right? Well, to that I say, let's hear from some real people who have experienced these realities firsthand. These stories, they're a powerful reminder that racism isn't just a concept, it's a lived reality for many Black travelers. Look, it's not all doom and gloom, folks. In the midst of all this, there are glimmers of hope. Take Country F, for example. In Country F, there's a growing movement for combating racial discrimination. Organizations like Names of Organizations are working tirelessly to address the issue. It's a reminder that change is possible, but it requires constant effort and vigilance. Now let's talk about Country G. In Country G, it's not necessarily overt racism that's the problem, it's more like, unconscious bias. You know, those subtle assumptions and microaggressions that can make you feel unwelcome and unseen, like, for instance, people might assume you're not a local and ask intrusive questions about where you're really from, or you might find yourself being followed around in stores as if you're under suspicion. It's that feeling of being constantly watched, questioned, or othered that can really wear you down. Listen, I'm all about exploring new places, but even I have my limits. And Country H? Well, there are certain regions where, frankly, I'd advise Black travelers to tread very, very carefully. We're talking about places like, mention specific regions or cities within Country H that are particularly unwelcoming to Black travelers and explain why. Look, I'm not saying you can't go to these places, but I am saying go in with your eyes wide open and be prepared for anything. So, let's say you absolutely have to travel to one of these countries. What can you do to stay safe and navigate these challenges? Well, first off, provide practical tips and advice for Black travelers who may need to visit the country, such as connecting with local communities, researching accommodation options, being mindful of their surroundings, and having a plan in case of an incident. Remember, knowledge is power, and being prepared can make all the difference. So, where do we go from here? Look, the reality is, racism is a global issue, and it's going to take a collective effort to dismantle it. But I believe that travel can be a powerful tool for change. By sharing our stories, raising awareness, and supporting businesses and organizations that are committed to diversity and inclusion, we can help create a world where everyone feels welcome and respected, no matter where they come from. So, let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep pushing for change, and let's keep exploring this beautiful, complex world together. And that's our show for today, folks. I know it was a heavy one, but these are conversations we need to be having. Remember, knowledge is power, and by being informed and aware, we can all do our part to create a more just and equitable world. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking content. And most importantly, keep those travel dreams alive, my friends. Just remember to travel smart, travel safe, and most importantly, travel woke. Until next time, peace out.